Welcome to My Hometown, the program that explores clubs, organizations, businesses, and issues across Nassau and Suffolk counties and sheds light on the different towns that are making a difference.
A great day to you and welcome to another edition of My Hometown on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I'm your host, Bill Horan, along with Nassau Community College student Zach Turkel. Our special guest today is Randell Bynum, better known as Randy, the CEO of Girl Scouts of Nassau County. A third-generation Girl Scout, Randy brings decades of experience enhancing the efforts of nonprofit organizations. Early in her career, Bynum was the director and program of adult development at Girl Scouts of Nassau County.
Before returning to GSNC, Bynum was content designer and editor with various organizations, media entities, and corporations. As an independent contractor, she was tasked with elevating content to best meet the needs of the target audience, support professional development efforts, and ensure consistency and sustainability. Prior to that, she was the publishing director of Family and Community Engagement at Scholastic, Inc. She was responsible for the development of resources that support engagement for schools and community organizations and that ensure student achievement. Before her work at Scholastic, Randy was the senior director of outreach and partnerships at Sesame Workshop. Randy managed all engagement activities for Sesame Workshop's Emmy Award-winning The Electric Company. This included community events, partnerships, and the development of literacy materials for both children and educators. Randy has over 20 years of experience working with youth and families in various settings. She has also worked at the Girl Scouts of the USA, where she was responsible for the implementation of the Dove Self-Esteem Fund corporate partnership and the development of the Girl Scout Dove Self-Esteem Program. Randy is the co-author of Dove's True You, Sometimes I Feel Ugly and Other Truths About Growing Up, a workbook for mothers and daughters. Randy received a Master of Social Work with a Program Planning, Administration, and Research concentration from Stony Brook University and also holds a BA from Binghamton University. Randy, welcome to the show, and based on this, you must be 103 years old.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
You only look 90, but that's okay.
Thank you.
Now, we've all heard of the Girl Scouts, and it's obviously in Nassau County very well known. Can you bring us up to date? What's happening with the Girl Scouts in Nassau County?
Thank you, Bill. So the Girl Scouts nationally is 106 years old, but here in Nassau County, we're about to celebrate our 100th year. This
Woo!
Girl Scout year will be 100 years in Nassau County.
Congratulations.
Which is super, super exciting. The first troop started here back in 1918, which is really hard to imagine.
Wow.
And we continue to have the mission of helping girls reach their potential and develop courage, confidence, and character to make the world a better place, which is a big goal.
It really is.
Which we spend every day focusing on and making sure that we're meeting the needs of girls today.
Hopefully you definitely achieved that in the past 100 years, and you keep on doing that today.
Thank you.
Randy, what is the mission of the Girl Scouts of Nassau County?
So we work with girls so that they can build their leadership skills, and we do that through various programs. Over the year, we offer over 100 different programs that are led by our office or council-led, and then locally troops work on various projects, and they build their leadership skills, their courage, confidence, and character, and like I said, in all, to make the world a better place.
You're doing a good job. Now, Randy, you've been around so long in terms of an organization. I'm not saying you, but in the past 100 years, how has the Girl Scouts changed and to keep up with its mission?
I think it's important to mention two things. So it's important to mention how the Girl Scouts has stayed the same. So we're still girl-led and girl-focused. I like to say we're girl-designed. So we think everything we do is with the girl in mind around what her needs are. And that has led to us changing and adapting and remaining relevant. So when I was a girl, the things that were exciting and adventurous are very different to what girls have the option to do today. For example, this summer we held a cybersecurity workshop. That wasn't a thing, 40 years ago. So we try to keep up with what the girls' interests are and help them, again, to prepare them for their future. And so learning STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math skills and exploring and taking risks and adventures, all those things we kind of evolve as the girls tell us what they want. So we listen to them and we adapt our program to meet those needs.
And as our audience knows, we frequently, Zach and myself, and you would talk before we go on the air, you were telling me about some of these programs like a summer cybersecurity, et cetera. And I told you, I was jealous. I mean, if they see an old man in the back of the room, he's not the janitor, it's me sneaking in.
I peeked in there and I had no idea. I'm pretty good at a lot of things, but cybersecurity, not so much. And I'm so glad that the next generation is prepared to protect us and to provide us with new technology ideas and just be innovative and creative and not be afraid to take risk and explore. That's what we want our girls to do.
If nothing else, just how interesting that must be. I mean, it struck me as very interesting. And honestly, I would like to be, what do they call it, that fly on the wall?
Right.
And I don't know if you've ever thought of this, but I wonder if, like, seniors could audit some of these if
that would be
chose, like colleges do, because it just struck me as a very, very interesting
to have some
course.
kind of intergenerational experience. I think the girls would enjoy that.
And each group would learn from the other one.
That is true. I heard you talking about Instagram earlier, so I know you're kind of tech savvy.
Do you have any box for idea of the year or something? Do I get some of those good cookies if I get the idea of the year? Come on, Zach.
Bill, I'm kind of cookies over.
You knew I'd get food in
I know,
here.
Bill. I'm kind of glad that you kind of moved up towards Instagram. Let's see if you can move up a little bit more than the technology.
I've got a lot of moving.
Exactly. Randy, since the Girl Scouts is celebrating its 100 year of serving girls in Nassau County, tell us, how will you be celebrating this milestone? I know you told us, Bill and I, before the show started, but why don't you tell the listeners?
So thanks, Zach. We're just kicking off our 100th year. So Girl Scout year starts in October. So we're in our first month of our 100th year, and we're super excited. And we have the girls doing lots of exciting activities, including kind of a centennial patch program where they'll have the opportunity to explore the past, look at kind of technology and options for the future, do a little self-reflection, and most importantly, do some community service. So we're working towards hopefully over 100,000 hours of service this year by our girls. In addition, we'll be holding a gala in March of 2019 here at the Garden City Hotel, which will have an opportunity to really highlight and spotlight all the great things that we've done over the last 100 years. And then to kick off some of our festivities in November 29th at the Marriott Hotel, we'll be doing a wine tasting and pairing. That will be one of the first activities that we'll do on the adult side.
Oh,
on the adult side,
little drunk Girl Scouts.
No,
I can't even go to it either, Bill.
For adults, for our girls, we have the patch program. We'll also have a campfire activity, some camp activities, and a couple other new and exciting program activities throughout the year.
Sounds exciting. Now, what's the focus now for your organization? Coming into the years ahead, you're 100 years old come next March. What are you looking at going forward?
You know what we're looking at is research shows that a lot of the girls out there are not like me. So I'm a third generation Girl Scout. So it was without question that I would participate in Girl Scouts as a child. As all the other young girls in my family. But not every family has that legacy. And so one of the things that we're really looking at now is just expanding our reach and making sure that all communities know about the Girl Scouts, first generation Girl Scouts, and making sure that we're making new community partners and letting people know that we're not just cookies and crafts, but that we are the premier leadership program for girls. And we have been for, as I said, nationally 106 years old. So we want to make sure that everyone knows that. And so making sure that we are providing access and are accessible to all girls.
I just want to let our listeners know that you were listening to My Hometown on the Voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. Our special guest today is Randell Bynum, who is the CEO of Girl Scouts of Nassau County. Randy, my question is, how does your program meet the needs of today's girls? I have several questions here, but give me a general answer.
So girls today have a lot of different pressures and expectations and interests as compared to when I was young. And so a great example is our Critical Issues series. So that's an opportunity for girls to explore things that might be tough to discuss at home. So recently we did a screening of a movie around anxiety. We had a packed house of mothers and daughters talking about what is anxiety and what are the pressures of being a young girl today. But we also get the opportunity to talk about things like communication skills and healthy relationships and healthy eating. We do things like yoga and improv, really just providing girls a full 360 circle of experience. So in addition to the STEM activities that I mentioned, where girls are doing robotics and cybersecurity and coding, they also get to talk about those what we call soft skills, the things that sometimes make it tough to make it through the day as a young person, and giving them the tools that they need to get to the next to college and career. And so we're also really known for camping, which I know you know.
Right.
And so outdoor adventures continues to be a big part of what we do in Girl Scouts.
I picture the Girl Scouts with the little marshmallows over the fire and selling
making,
cookies and not cybersecurity
not
experts.
So cybersecurity.
And all the neat things you're telling us about.
Right. I
So,
mean, we're building the next generation, the people that might have the next big tech company or might be the next open heart surgeon or the next CEO. And so we like to think of it that way every day when we're building girls' leadership skills from the youngest daisies who are 5 and 6 years old. We want to make sure that they have leadership opportunities and they learn how to use their voice and they learn how to explore and discover because they are the next generation. They're the ones that are going to be taking care of us.
All right. I want someone taking care of me.
I don't know if someone wants to take care of me.
Not you. You're by yourself.
Screwed. Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to interrupt your questions for a minute, Zach, just to let Randy give a quick commercial, because you told me before the show that studies have shown that girls who participate in Girl Scouts come out afterward with
right. So we have a few alumni surveys studies that show that women that have shown that they had any experience in Girl Scouts have stronger leadership skills and are shown to be more successful. And I like to attribute some of my leadership skills to the time that I spent in Girl Scouts, learning how to share, learning how to take lead, learning how to speak up. Those are skills that I got as a Brownie. And I can remember, volunteering just for girls to raise their hand to volunteer, especially in a single gender space, is a great way to build confidence. And I have a lot of confidence. And I think that I can attribute some of that to my time in Girl Scouts.
And that's why you're the CEO.
That's why I'm the CEO.
Makes sense.
Zach, let's go back to you because I interrupted you.
No, I mean, Randy answered my last question. But I'll answer another question. Why not? How do girls and their families find out about Girl Scouting?
Well, we have a fabulous website, GSNC.org, GSNC.org, and a lot of information is there, including all of our events and programs. If you want to join Girl Scouts, you can click there. If you want to volunteer, you can click there. We also have all the social media and Facebook accounts, and we're all GSNC, so you can find us there, and that's the best way to find out about who and what we are. And you can just come by and visit us. We're right at Roosevelt Field, and we have a shop there. And people just drive by and pop in a lot just to find out more information. And in our resource room, there's an opportunity to not only learn about our programs, but kind of click and join on the spot as well.
And Randy, you mentioned you used the word STEM a lot. And for our audience, because this isn't a visual media, STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math.
Right.
So while we're picturing these girls sitting outside around the campfire,
right,
you're teaching them cybersecurity, any of these fields that are leading to the future.
Right, and they're even looking up at the stars. We have an astronomy club, which is really cool. Our national CEO was a rocket scientist, so we have the opportunity where we're very STEM. We have a good STEM focus, and it's pretty fascinating because I think our Sylvia Acevedo, our national CEO, talks about her experience as being a Brownie and looking up at the stars and discovering that was what she was interested in. And look how she not only became a rocket scientist, but then went on to become the CEO of our national organization. So giving that, she likes to say, girls an opportunity to wonder is what we're really good at. And so you never know what that leads to.
It's really cool, and especially with the rockets, I can see a lot of new ads that you have in the future taking off.
A lot of rocket scientists, yes.
Yes.
Randy, this is a great time to take a break, and would like to let our audience know that you're listening to My Hometown on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I'm your host, Bill Horan, along with Zach Turkel, and today we're talking to Randell Bynum, the CEO of the Girl Scouts of Nassau County, about the work she's doing and the work the Girl Scouts are doing. We'll be right back after this short break.
You wanted to see me?
Yes, please, have a seat. So here's the thing. When this company brought you on, we took a chance on you. You didn't have that 4-year college degree.